love you all the same. But the reason why you keep running into guys that are cool to hang with, they treat you all right, the sex is good, but the moment that you get with them, life becomes a struggle. There's a couple of reasons why that could be, but one reason is because you chose that man based off of romantic compatibility. And honestly, that means nothing. You cannot choose a man based off of his personality or romantic compatibility. And I know that's counterintuitive to everything that we've been taught, but there's a difference between a man who's going to be your romantic partner and a man who's going to be your life partner. I was just telling my Self-Crown VIP member this. She was talking about a man that she's dealing with, in terms of them being friends, and they did it the right way. They took their time. The sex is good. But life is a struggle. They keep butting heads. Like everything is up in the air all the time. Nothing is really clear. They're not making any real trajectory. Like there's no real progress in their relationship. And I told her, I was like, you know what? You're choosing your man the way that you would like back in middle school or high school when we first got introduced to relationships based on romantic compatibility. Is he cute? Is he charming? Is he funny? Is he attractive? Is he affectionate? Do you have a good time with him? That's cool. Some of y'all listening to this like, what's the problem with that? The problem is, as you get older, you're no longer just enjoying romance with a man. You're trying to build a life with a man. Now, if you're 16, 17, 18 years old, or you're in a space where you don't care nothing about no relationship, you post-divorce or whatever, you just want companionship, by all means. All you need is romantic compatibility with a man. But if you're in a situation where you want something real, you're looking to build a life, what you have to establish is life compatibility. Romantic compatibility is a part of that, no doubt about it. But in terms of the life that you two are trying to build, are you compatible there in terms of your values? Are you guys compatible as potential parents? Your parenting style, your disciplinary style? Are you two compatible in terms of religion? Are you two compatible in terms of work, in terms of spending money, financial stewardship? In terms of how he keeps a house or doesn't keep a house, in terms of whether or not he agrees with gender roles or not. Are you two compatible in terms of boundaries with exes and stuff? Like, are you two compatible outside of just being able to enjoy each other and your experiences with each other? And again, that's why I say personality, and some people put that as such a pedestal, like, oh, it's all about his personality. No, it's not. Personality don't mean anything. Honestly, outside of just being able to enjoy that person, but the right personality and the wrong person can be a hook for disaster. And I would go even further to say, if the man's personality is good, but his character is trash, he's still trash. He's still trash. He's just a charming betrayer. He's just intriguing and intelligent, but somebody that you can't feel safe with. And so whenever you deal with somebody who has this great personality and y'all have all this chemistry and romantic compatibility, but he hurts you and he does you wrong, and you try to address him on that, what do? They defend themselves with, I'm not this type of person. It's like, yes, you are. Your character says you are. And it don't matter what he is to everybody else. All that matters is how he shows up with you. Somebody can be funny and intelligent, a great dad and a great business person, hard worker, all this other stuff. But with you, what is he with you? That's all that matters. That's why I say don't look too hard into personality. How does he show up with you? Because what'll happen a lot of times is a man will give the world the best of him. He'll give the world the meat and then spit out the bones to his woman. Use his woman as a garbage disposal. Put I down in the chat if you've ever dealt with a guy where you saw him be this awesome man to everybody else. His mama, his sisters, his brothers, his kids, his coworkers, his friends, whatever. He's great to them, but when he come to you, you get the stress, you get the anxiety, you get the depression, you get the frustrations, you get the criticisms, you get the lack of energy, the withdrawals. That's what you get as his woman. You get all of this responsibility to hold him down, ride with him, support him, pick up the slack wherever he fall off. But then whenever you go out and you see him engage with others, he's giving them the best of him. He's giving you the rest, but giving them the best. And so we cannot look at personality and do we have chemistry? A lot of that stuff is just a starting point, and that's cute, but it really don't mean nothing if you want something real. And see, that requires a man to have an evolved value system where he understands, like, I can't, if I'm a success out in the world, but I'm a failure at home, guess what? I'm a failure, period. At home is the first ministry. And I'm not even trying to get religious, but that's the priority, first and foremost. And you have to have an evolved mindset as a man, even had that evolved value system to say, my woman is priority. That's who gets the priority of my energy. That's who gets the priority of my protection. That's who gets the priority of my time that I make. I don't give everybody else go to work, suit and tie, big smile, go to friends and family, and I'm all interesting and extroverted, go to my kids and I'm all loving and protective, then go to my woman and neglect all of her needs. Only an evolved man understands that. So if you ever feel like you're getting mixed signals from this man, it's not necessarily mixed signals. It's underdevelopment. He hasn't closed the gap between who he is to the world and who he is to those that are in his world, who he is to those that are in his circle, his family. And so if you're running into that type of guy, you have to know, first off, how to cut those types of dudes off, because you can get trauma bonded to them. You can form toxic attachments to them. And then secondly, you got to know how to position yourself with the man who's equally yoked with you. And I'm not talking about just on a romantic level, but on a life level, a life partnership level, inside and out. Now, if that's where you feel like you're missing the mark, if you feel like you've done the work on yourself, but you're not finding guys who've also done the work, then what you have to do is use strategies that will attract evolved men into your life. Multiple, so you can choose the right one for you. Now, if you want access to where I taught exactly how to do that, step by step for over an hour, click the link that you see pinned right here down in the comments. I pinned it right here. I also got it in the caption. You can get access to my free masterclass, Secrets to Making Evolved Men Crave You. You don't have to go chasing after them and all of this new age stuff a lot of these guys is doing. Evolved men know the value of a woman who is properly loved, who has done the work the same way that they have. They will come after you if you use the right strategies to let them know who you are, to attract them into your life. They will come running after you. Trust me when I say. So many women are finding results with the strategies that I outlined in that free masterclass. But back to what I was saying. When it comes to dealing with a man as an adult, and I'm not talking about y'all who's 70, 60, 50, and you just done with relationships, but those of y'all who still want to build a life with a man, you cannot approach it the same way you did back when we was in high school. Is he cute? Does he have a good personality? You can't even judge by how he is with everybody else, not solely. But how does he show up for you? How is he accountable to you? Beyond just his personality, beyond just what comes out of his mouth. Does it also line up with his actions on a consistent basis? Does his patterns vouch for what comes out of his mouth? But those are just my thoughts. I'm just your internet brother trying to look out for you. If you got anything from this, share it right now with somebody else on your timeline. And if you're in the market for an evolved man, click the link that you see pinned right here down in the comments, that link right here. Click that link, register for my free class, Secrets to Making Evolved Men Crave You. Over an hour, I drop gems. This ain't got nothing on what I did in that masterclass. It's also in the caption whenever you back out. Holla at y'all later, y'all be good.